level 3. So, you know, I need a level 2 Quill Beast. That'd definitely be a better tank. And I figure, hey, instead of going and hitting him right now, I'm gonna get a couple more dots out, and I'm gonna get some push on some of my heroes, because he has Shadowhunter and Blade Master, so he's gonna be nuking a little bit. So I'm gonna go creep out one more camp and then go ahead and hit. Another thing I noticed that I did wrong a little bit was healing scrolls. Healing scrolls are pretty much just to counter AoE damage, you know. And with a Blade Master and Hex, that's pretty much not AoE. So, you know, I mean, sure, if like 3 of your heroes are all almost about dead and you pop a healing scroll and you pop another healing scroll on them, that would in a sense be useful, but still not really, because might as well just take a 150 gold healing potion and just use that on individual heroes, because most likely they're not going to focus a hero and get him down to the yellow and then just let him be, and then focus another hero and get him down to the yellow, etc., etc. You know, eventually one of your heroes is going to get out there and get on before you have enough time to notice that all your heroes are in the low and everything. So, I don't know, that healing scroll, in my opinion, wasn't really useful. I should have used the gold for faster chimeras or something, which later on I'll show you when you should be getting other chimeras. So I'm turning the flag of war back on, by the way. Alright, so I'm going down to his base. I figure, you know, around this time, Orc usually expo against mass dots most of the time. So I'm gonna go scout that. I see he's just crept that out, so that's a possibility. He could be creeping there, or he could be expanding there. And I'm going to start hitting his base. I'm going to lay down, with that Tinker, I'm going to lay down a Pocket Factory right there, so my cooldown will hurry up and get over with, and I could pop down another one. And at the same time, I'm going to be flying that Hawk over. Now I see him like under me, but I was going to fly that Hawk over that bridge because I didn't know if he was coming around. That's an example of thinking right there, you know. If I didn't take that Hawk and fly it around or whatever, you know, and see if he was coming from behind me, and he was coming from behind me, then I'd be pretty much screwed if I didn't run behind my meat and get my meat all up the front. For example, you know, the summons, and run behind the Pocket Factory and everything. So, Healing Scroll played a little bit of useful. He's pretty much attack moving with the Raiders, so the Healing Scroll is kind of useful, but I don't know. One thing I should be doing better right here, in my opinion, too, is first more focus fire. So now I'm focus firing the Raiders. That's good. And I should be spamming Cyclone on that Blade Master and be spamming Mana Burn on the Shadowhunter, which I did, but not as much. The thing you want to do is right before you go into the battle, you want to first judge if you can fight the battle. Then if you can fight the battle, you want to use your hero skills first, i.e. spam summons, get your Pocket Factory up, if you go rockets, which in this game I did, I'll tell you why in a sec, and spam Mana Burn on the Shadowhunter. Okay, I killed that archer right there, so I would have enough food to stay in. I could get it one more dot and stay in, no upkeep. The archer's pretty much just going to get owned anyways. So I'm getting clarities on all my heroes right now. Chilling out, trying to get my heroes up to their full HP. I don't want to run around with orange heroes and just get him nuked easy, because he has Ensnare, he has Hex, he has Windwalk, all that stuff. That's not going to be good. So right here, I think I'm going to go grab some more healing scrolls soon, which is not a good idea generally. But he runs into my expo that I set up while I was hitting him, you know, and I have to run back. He does not. Let's see. Our armies are still about the same, so I'm going to run in there. Let's see. Alright, so he's going right for the Beastmaster again. Orc does not like that damn Beastmaster, but I have potions, so he's just wasting his time focusing my Beastmaster, which he shouldn't have done. He should have been going for the units or something, you know. Right now I should see, this is where my mistake comes in. I should be spamming Cyclone on that Blade Master a lot more. I'm trying to get him out of there, but you definitely want those agility heroes like the Blade Master out of there, because they do pretty much, you know, agility heroes are basically for just being there, and just their damage alone with no skills just does a freaking shitload of damage. So anyways, right when I go to mana burn that Spirit Walker to kill it, he heals it, however I TP out. And didn't want to chance my Demon Hunter dying. I start repairing that Expo right away. Go Wisp. Wisp was ensnared, so I don't. Such a pity. End up losing that Expo because he forced me to TP out, which was really smart on his thinking, you know. I'm sure he was thinking, if I forced this elf to go TP out, I could at least take out his Expo and then run out myself. You know, so I'm going to do the next best thing and heal up really fast. Hurry up, Cyclone that Shadow Hunter. I was going to try to Cyclone the Blade Master. Oh, I did Cyclone him, but he went into Windwalk. And focus down that Shadow Hunter. He puts a TP on it, TP's out, so you know, even though he took out my Expo and made me force a TP on me, at least I forced him to TP also. And you know, that's better than nothing. So right now he's doing the smart. He's doing what any smart player would do, and so an Expo at the bottom left. Keep turning on Fog of War on and off, by the way. And I'm getting healing. Alright, yes, I'm getting potions on each of my heroes again. I don't know, I should have crept my hero up to level 2, my Tinker. And right here, I was stupid and had my dots follow one of my heroes, which is a really bad idea. If you guys have separate groupings, which you really should for your units, i.e., for example, casters in one group, ranged in another group, melee in another group. Oh yeah, I'm saying I have a ton of respect for him because he doesn't bitch about elf. Any other orc I've played on ladder, by the way, always cries imbalance when I mass cyclone that shit. So funny, but there's like, I don't know, it might just be me, but I have the hardest time against orc when I do the hunts. There's just absolutely no way for me to beat that. I don't know why, I can't. Like, with the catapults and stuff, and my hunt's getting snared. Then they got the Kodos to devour that, you know. So then you got your meat taken away from you instantly. Anyhow, what I was saying was, you know, my dots trapped my own Beastmaster, which kind of gave me like 2 or 3 seconds of downtime. Which, you know, Warcraft's all about timing, and it's all about, you know, being the fastest and everything. So what you really want to do is you want to spam 1, 2, 3 and keep right clicking while you spam 1 and 2 and 3. So, you know, you tell all your units to go there, so they all kind of travel in a pack instead of traveling in one big ass line like my dumb ass does a lot because I'm lazy. I gotta quit doing that. So I got 2 healing scrolls. That really wasn't a smart idea. I mean, if he attack moves, sure, that's good, which he has been doing. I mean, but that wasn't the reason why I was getting him. Now, if he had a, you know, Torn Chieftain second, of course I'm going to be getting healing scrolls a lot more. You got to worry about that. But if you're going against a Blade Master and Shadow Hunter, you know, it's mostly it's going to be more focused fire. And by the way, he does not have Hex, or he has Healing Wave and Hex right now, and then he retrains later. Because I was trying to think to myself, he uses wards later, and I'm like, what the hell? Alright, so my Tinker's level 2 right here. So right away I'm like, alright, he's in this big cluster. I'm going rockets, because that's going to give me a lot more damage output. And I have a bunch of mana for it. You know, I could just keep spamming Clarities and Moonstones to get my Moon Juice up and everything. Right here, so here he goes again, focusing my hero. Not a good idea. I already have a potion on it and everything. That's another thing you want to be doing, is checking up on your hero's inventory and everything, which is not a good idea of what he's doing. So I got Chimeras once I figured he was spending most of his money towards a ground-based army that had no good anti-air. Yeah, he had he had Raiders with Ensnare, but that was about it. By the way, I put my dots in Stormcrow form just because I was a dumbass and hit F instead of R for Fairy Fire. So that was pretty go-to. And this guy's just trying to do anything to keep the win, you know, to get the win. But he's pretty much done. I have an expansion going up, entangling the mine right now. I'm just pushing on his base. Now the number one thing I was thinking of too when I was going into his base when he had his bestiary up was to get that bestiary out of there first. because if he did last me through that battle, he would be able to get Bat Riders up, and that'd be really difficult. My chimeras would be countered semi-easily. You know, he could easily do the unstable concoction and then snare, focus fire, etc. Also, I feel that maybe Hex would have been a better idea for him if he would have used Hex on my chimeras. You know, because his chimeras do a ton of damage to Orc units. So you know, maybe Hex and wards would have been a little bit better. It's not like as an elf player you're going to be spending most of your time focusing wards down and everything, while there's raiders and everything ensnaring you. You know, you're going to want to focus the actual units. It's kind of like, you know, as summons goes, you know, you're not going to want to focus the summons in the middle of a battle. That's what the enemy wants you to do, or your opponent wants you to do, or whatever. So, this game's pretty much over. You know, usually Elf don't go Corrosive Breath with Chimeras so they could own the burrows faster, but I wasn't planning on beating him this, like, taking out all of his units this hard, so I was planning on sieging down his shit and trying to get his main buildings down rather than his burrows. For example, his bestiary. So right here, he's just trying to kill like any heroes he can, but that's where the Staff of Preservation came in, and the good game goes up. So pretty much learned that I got to get that third Moonwell up, and you know, it's definitely important to spam Cyclone on the Blade Master. He is like the main source of damage output, and especially in this patch, I've noticed a change in mass dots since they've buffed the Spirit Walkers. Most elf players are not spamming Cyclone anymore. They do not spam Cyclone all over the whole army. What they do is they'll Cyclone the important units that are like, you know, 1 or 2 units, if that, and then they'll make the Spirit Walkers waste Dispel on that, and then they'll Cyclone them again, make them waste Dispel, Cyclone again, etc. You know, they keep doing that, and especially on the Blade Master too. When if you just Cyclone the Blade Master and they Dispel it just once, like all that AoE Dispel, it's a pretty big waste of mana. I do not know how much mana it costs. I should have checked that up, but for the Spirit Walkers to Dispel. I don't play Orc though, but you know, that was one of the things that I noticed in that replay that I could have improved on and everything. Hopefully I will continue to play ladder, which most likely I will, so I'll be getting into better shape so I could do audios on better games of me rather than these half-ass games that I had right now. But it's still nonetheless a pretty good game. There's a lot of points I could bring out that I did bring out. My opinion is a little more basic, but you know, it was good times. So, alright, trying to think if yeah, that's about it. So, alright, hope you guys enjoyed this. Pant3ra signing out.